playoff season. Win and survive.
Give me a here we go.
Here we go, Chuck.
Okay. And now in motion, and here we go. Up the middle they go. Bring in McLaughlin and the running back. They hand it off to him. And he is the former Bronco, stand-up position off the right tackle, ready to pounce. Here's Nix. He got it away, and he completes it at midfield.
Nix has been on fire for the last 7 quarters.
Here's a 1st and 10. Miller barely got to the sideline in time.
Have to disrupt it.
2nd and 4. There's Nix going for the long ball. He's got a step on him. And the Broncos strike early with the touchdown to Franklin from 43 yards out.
Safety and corner play in between a lot. You got outside, I got inside. Well, Sean runs them right in between them.
For the touchdown. Here's Lutz to kick it. It will be returned at the 6-yard line by Ty Johnson. Johnson takes it
at home this year, although Denver's playing their best football of the year.
On 1st down, down the middle they go, and he connects.
Methodical in his preciseness.
And he's barely turned it over this year. Here's the handoff to Cook. He's got the outside on Moss and low offense. And now from the 36, they go back to Cook. Stutter step right off the exchange.
Josh Allen.
2nd and 3. The leading sack team in the league this year. There's Shakir on the wide receiver screen, bubble screen in the backfield. Here's a 1st and 10 from the 23. As Josh Allen.
Linebackers, they're going to attack him. That's why you'll see Samuel in the game.
2nd and 5. Cook, quick dart outside.
You got to stop.
Here's the 3rd and 2. And the handoff to do.
Yep, it's the tush push, and this guy's a big guy, and he goes to the side usually.
Almost impossible.
I think the key to the game will be whether or not they get 7s or 3s.
Here's Cook. Bills trying to match on their first possession. Here's Allen. In a jam at the 15. Now on the run, it's
keeping 2 backers in the box, otherwise he'd have used it right away.
on the gun, fires it quickly. Back in the end, 26 yards Bass. Bangs it home. Touchdowns over the last 5 quarters going back to the Cincinnati game, week 17. Here's Nix, able to get rid of it as he's more touchdowns than incompletions.
In 2 games, basically.
2nd and 8, handed off. Cam Lewis has come in for Johnson as Nix is protected. Now he's going to run with it, being chased. Punt to Shakir. Brandon Codrington, who has been the returner all season, is inactive with a hamstring. First return of the year by Khalil. A defense that registered 63 sacks this year. 9 more than second best. Getting rid of it in time. Extra lineman in, Alec Anderson. 2nd and 3. Quick toss, Ty Johnson. First down and into the second wave.
Actually get a big playoff.
On 1st down, it's Cook. In traffic, but seeing openings and being shoved, still on his feet and driving. He's got Deion Dawkins in front of him.
Probably the most important thing today for both sides of the ball on offense, Buffalo winning.
1st down, it's Cook again. He's got another player trying.
There's no foul for illegal formation. Number 70 reported eligible.
These are why the motions come in. They showed you who's blitzing and who's not when they motioned them out.
All season by Buffalo. Record territory. 2nd and 12. All kinds of time. Now rolling out. Gonna take off with it. Allen when he gets into the secondary. 3rd and 3. He still has it.
That's great. Update, Trace.
1st and 10. Play action last week, but they played him close.
They did.
At Arrowhead this year. 2nd and 10. Pass. Gunned. Coleman got a 3rd and 5. Allen has converted on 4th and 3rd down runs in this game already, and he finds Curtis. You hope not only to survive the first quarter, but you go to the second with the lead.
I know.
Good start for the Broncos.
Absolutely.
Bills are driving, though. 7-3 after 1. Denver leads it. Here. Here's Cook. 129 yards to 5 as the Bills on a 2nd and 5 Again, try to run it up the middle.
Well, everyone has that who didn't take him before.
Here's a 3rd and 3.
Legs.
All the way. It's going to be Josh Allen. And tough as can be. Here's a 1st and goal. He's going to hand it off to Cook. Cook's got an opening. Cook fights. He's in for the touchdown. To 9. Extra point good by Bass. He scored 18 total touchdowns in the regular season. Jimbo Cook with a touchdown here to put the Bills ahead in the second.
Punch with Cook and him. You're not beating this team without something special going your way.
There's Bass, who was
all of this year's nominees. Visit NFL.com/Man of the Year.
Thank you, Trace. Here's the handoff
as well.
Yeah, he got called up off of IR. They set Estime, who they're really high on, put him down on inactive. And that's a handoff to Miz. They're shuttling in 3 different backs, changing every play. 1st and 10. Nix down the middle, tipped, incomplete.
And it's a perfect throw, actually, just outside the stretched hands of Bernard.
And we saw it last week, setting the single game record in Denver history. Now hands it off on 2nd and 10. Nix on the run, incomplete.
Jim, the drop by Sutton on 1st down.
Yeah, the pass was there. Oh, a fake! Look at this! Riley Dixon completes it!
To throw the ball out here because these guys turn and run. Defensive players, they're like, you're going down there. Just throw a simple out route.
Look at that throw.
Just lob it out there. Great throw, but that's Sean Payton. He needed to steal a possession. He did it with the Saints in the Super Bowl against the Colts when you could surprise onside.
And they steal a possession at the 42.
We're the better team, and he has convinced his team today they are as well.
2nd and 4. Here's Mims, who caught that pass in the backfield. 3rd and 7. Here comes the blitz. Nix just unloads it, and it's incomplete. About 3 yards, they're saying, short of being able to go for the Lutz field goal, given the conditions here. So Dixon this time, look what he does. That big extra lineman.
Yep, and this is why they got 5 men down now, Jim. This is how they're going to try and slow the run down.
Cook gets out of the end zone, off the playoff game since 2015. Cook again.
Right in the back.
Well, it wasn't easy at first. Now operating at the 13, 1st down. Looking long, then dumps it off. Samuel, the 19. Davis, rookie, gets the handle. And Davis,
one of the best in the National Football League.
3rd and a yard. Allen keeps it. Gets it. Out of bounds near the 26. Overall, has converted 5 of 3rd or 4th down situations. He's been called on with his legs as he completes it. 2nd and 5. Cook. Piling up numbers. Got a 1st down. 1st and 10. Calling him again. Taking on that
field. You hope to get a sack, a turnover, or some penalty. Downs. But when you get penalties, now you know they're going to pass it.
2nd and 13. And for just the 2nd time.
Try and keep this ball in front of him and rally, tackle. See what kind of play Buffalo comes up with.
They go underneath. Shakir, so good after the catch, but
Denver.
Martin, who spent 2 years as the Broncos punter in 2020 and 21. And Mims got hit. Whenever he makes plays, and he has made one here on special teams after a 44-yard punt. And now the teams are out here.
You watch right here after C.
Personal foul. Receiving team number 19. Half distance to the goal. 1st down.
Very loud down there on the road, down 3. Don't do anything crazy here. Systematic.
Looking open. It is caught.
Shaking the defender there.
Here's a 2nd and 3. As he completes it.
I would take this all the way down if I'm Denver.
Nix is going to do his own.
Of our eyes.
Having started at his own 8. Here's a 1st and 10. 1 timeout remaining for them. Standing still in the pocket for a while. Now takes off. He can do this. 2nd best in the league. And
everyone predicted coming out. Everyone except for me and you, obviously.
First and 10 with 30 seconds. Pump fake. Oof. And then throws. And it's a catch for Sutton.
This is a big-time throw. Is it a big-time catch? Like he was in there, right? That left foot right there. Yep.
Yep, that both of them. First and 10. Here comes the blitz with Hamlin. Pass.
That as well. You talk about it. Sean Payton and him, they know how to attack it then. Good stuff, Jay.
Rushing 4. Knicks given time. Throws on the run. Guy was open. He
pass. Holding. Defense number 47.
I want to attack if I'm Denver.
Knicks goes wide to get around Miller. Throws. He's going to have a chance for a field goal.
Exactly right, and he did it. I told you, in breaking routes, inside of that little box I gave it to you, and he throws it just on the edge of it, just outside, but it's really about the systems and the weaknesses of defense.
Here's Lutz with Dixon on the hold, and the kick. Oh, no good! Rejected.
Offensive going through, but when you hear the doink that loud, doesn't go forward very often, and what a drive by Bo Nix, giving him a chance. If you don't get any points here, it just grows the belief and confidence.
Here's the kick by Lutz into the wind, and it's going to be returned by Ty Johnson. Slips through a tackle. He's down at the 36.
Time of possession in red zone offense and defense.
Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you.
All right, Sun breaking through on this first snap of the third quarter as Cook 299 on the ground in the win against the Steelers. Here's a 2nd and 5 as Cook weaves, finds the hole, and has the first down. Of course, Denver, if it wins, would play at KC. Houston would be at Baltimore. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Stepping up, down the field, wide open.
Play design by Joe Brady.
1st and 10. Back to Cook, sliding to the outside, inside the 20, and down to the 10. Anderson, who was shaken up late in the first half, back in there as an extra lineman. Here's Cook running behind Anderson.
Action quickly.
Here he hands it off. Cook trying to go outside.
Like
Nothing
that.
there. Cook does a 3rd and goal. Looks right, looks in the middle. Not there, looks left, not there. Taken off if he can. No, he swarmed under back at the 9-yard line. Was good from 26 in the first quarter. Has 1 yard longer, 27 yards, good. Always by my side, as they say. Here we go, 1st and 10. And all of you, thank you folks for letting me in your living room. 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. And
It's growing. Each possession, each quarter, this is a huge play to continue with that.
3rd and 5 it is. As Nix passed through the hands. Right through his hands.
You're exactly right. And right there, the ball is high. Nervous energy for Denver, too. It's like, oh, we got to be perfect. Just play, calm down, go do your job.
Here's Dixon, who's done his check as a 2 seed. 2nd possession for them, 3rd quarter. It goes back to Cook.
It's time to do that now.
2nd and 9. Now he finds it underneath in the coverage. He's got Shakir. Look at him bouncing off.
Diggs. And everyone stepped up this year, especially him.
Here's Davis, the rookie from Kentucky.
Self-imposed penalties, and it's hard.
Offense number 86.
Allen now bouncing outside. Cooper's there, moves around him, and gets.
Quarterbacks like, everyone rush over here, and then a guy from here would come around when he thought it was open.
They blitz, he beats it. Oh man, look at that collision as Davis collides with Joe.
Hit to the head and neck area.
Foul. Defense number 22, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Ball's thrown too far.
Oh my gosh, right in the helmet.
And that is the correct call.
Injury timeout.
Contact to the head neck area. That's where the 15-yard foul is applied.
And so it's a first down, 2nd and 9.
Huge play, you know that, especially if they get first down here.
Here's Allen, who's completed his last 7 throws. Make it 8. 3. Steps up, down the field. He had Coleman open.
A little bit. He's like, all right, calm down. Here we go.
He's got a 2nd and 10 as he gives it to Cook. Cook bounces around. 3rd and 8 quickly. Shakir in traffic. Shakir Big play here. Trying to go up top for it.
He wants to run for it, Jim. He wants to just go get it with his legs. He's trying to find
It
the
wasn't
opening.
there, so now he's got to throw it deep to the end zone. And was that caught? Yes!
His feet never touched out of bounds.
Did he?
It's really close.
It looks like he's got a hand underneath it.
Oh my goodness.
That's close about that
Gotta
foot
review
touching, and we're...
No one really moves. You do have a linebacker out here. Cover 0, something quick to the side.
Allen with time. Floats it. Got it. Broncos on first down. Now down 2 touchdowns.
Bo Nix been under more pressure today than most of the season.
2nd and 7. They go.
Win many games in the playoff, 30-12 down.
3rd and 6. They stop the play. It's a 3rd and 11. Nix down the middle, broken up.
He sees 2 safeties deep, so he thinks he's going to go right between them. The problem is Hamlin comes down, and no one better than Sean McDermott and Bobby Babich at disguising.
Dixon, who became just the 5th punter in the last 30 years of playoff action to complete a pass in an overtime in a playoff game, kicks it to Shakir and beat the Lions in Detroit.
I think they believe they can do it.
There's a handoff to Cook.
Super Bowl.
2nd and 9. Over to Cooper. Cooper to the end of the quarter. The Bills are 1 quarter away from hosting the Baltimore Ravens next weekend in the divisional round.
Wow.
Win here in the postseason.
It's hard. This is the Bills Mafia. Brunell, the huge win. I remember that game. He played awesome.
Big 3rd and 6. Wide open. And then Samuel zigs and zags. It slips through a tackle. He's taking it home for the touchdown.
And Josh Allen's going to look this way. And here comes one of the secret weapons, the speed. Remember in the first quarter, Curtis Samuel, we said, is going to be a little high priority today. Best player on your worst player. How do we get a little matchup here? Styles fights. Bring in Samuel. Use his speed. Buffalo up 3 scores, getting ready to go to the divisional. The lineman, and that's really a tight end. But it's draw a line. How many guys are on the side? 2 guys on the side, 2 on the other. Well, they have the 4x1 down.
Here's the return by Smith. And
Aaron Cromer's been with him.
Yeah.
Ronald Curry.
Here's Nix stepping away from the pressure and slipping out of that. What a run. Look at Nix.
Play and then run and get first downs.
That's their first down of the second half. And that's their 2nd. Plays from the 44 of Buffalo.
Play to start the game, and you'll see how soft this shell will be now. You can throw it underneath, outside.
You can run with it too. And again,
The biggest one, and the next one will be for them. They think they can do it this year.
here's a first down play, swinging it over to Mims. This time they push him back.
Got to keep the game 2-dimensional, run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 13. There's Miller almost getting his sack against his old team.
Always looks at some of the little things, and he really got himself a quarterback.
3rd and 13. Here comes Von Miller. Got the pass away. There's 2 Broncos there. Sutton plucks it. He's down with it. Well, the Bills scored on a 4th down play. What will the Broncos do? They throw it short. McLaughlin, he is stopped.
When he had Coleman on the corner route.
Here's a bootleg. He's going to keep it again.
Trying to be aggressive there, Buffalo.
2nd and 6. It's Ty Johnson with blocker in front. That was
Simple handoff to the right. Oh no, they're staying aggressive.
they are. He flings it.
It
Caught.
was him on a backside backer, and he led the team in receiving that day.
Here's Johnson switching directions and
Saying it's over, but it's getting close.
2nd and 11. Quickly to Shakir. And again, Broncos are on him. Somehow he's able.
Yoga, ballerina work in the offseason, it pays off.
Here's a 3rd and 4 and a deep ball and reaching out, pulling it down.
Wow. Oh.
Maybe not. They heard in the line. It's official now. It's Ty Johnson. Cook is back in. He's not finished yet. Here goes James Cook. Got the first down. League in sacks this year. Here's a 1st and 10. Toss up in the air.
Buffalo is right now.
2nd and 10. Caught at the 5 and down to the 3 is
From the backside, and Josh comes up.
Like conduct. Taunting. Offense number 13.
My fingernail. But here's the penalty. When you get up, can't step over him like that. Let Josh sit this part up. But right there, the big step over, the big step.
right over Sir. 1st and 10. They go to Cook. What are you talking about statistically what he's done?
Shift. Offense.
For Josh Allen, a Super Bowl, a championship, him and Sean McDermott.
Look at the fake on the hit. Took a hit when he threw it, and it's incomplete. He got
Perfect game planning.
2nd and 15. Ty Johnson.
And then you're going to make the case, him, Lamar, Patrick, whoever wins it that year.
Handoff. Johnson.
So I say it's a coin flip. Both playing their best football.
And they accounted for 90 touchdowns between the two of them. Here's Bass.
There are two teams who could win the Super Bowl easily.
Here's Nix. Completes it. 7.
Who are the two players?
John Elway. And that's dropped.
What a job defensive coordinator Bobby Babich has done today for Buffalo.
Here's Nix. Russo coming on him and dropping him back.
Weaknesses were, and they've adjusted.
Here's a 4th and 17. Comes Miller. Pass intercepted. DeMar Hamlin.
Quick review says.
After review, the ruling on the field is an incomplete pass.
For Buffalo this year.
Yep, I remember when he
Game
said
against the Jets. The Shavers went 69 yards. Most of it was catch and run.
That's the team who wins. Whoever does those the best, and the easiest way to do it, give the ball to Josh Allen. He'll figure it out. More than doubled up time of possession and total yards. I mean, these ways to define who is a complete football team is to show sport. And I'm telling you, I'm excited. That Buffalo, Baltimore, I'll see you probably back here next week, big guy. And the MVP season continues.
Yeah. Coming up next, Bills win it, scoring the last 31 of the game, 31-7 for Mike Arnold and Janet Rickoff's son, Jim. For Tony and Tracy and Jay Feely, Gene Steratore. Jim Nance saying so long from Orchard Park. The Bills advance to the divisional round. We're going to join James Brown in New York right after this. LA, we're thinking of you.